Hi everyone, I'm Kara Sundlin and this is Today in Connecticut History. 1 year ago today, on January 24th, 2021, the state was opening up mass vaccination sites. Dennis Valera has the story.
We think it's our obligation to help our community.
As post-university students continue to learn remotely, their campus will be home to one of New Haven County's newest COVID-19 mass vaccination sites.
We have a fairly significant campus in terms of size. I think the logistics work on the campus, so why not make it available?
The site will operate through a partnership with Waterbury Health, which is affiliated with Waterbury Hospital. It'll be a drive-through site, and people should factor time to wait there after getting their shot.
There'll be some medical professionals waiting for you while you sit in your car, just observing, making certain, in the unlikely event that there's an adverse reaction, you stay there for 15 minutes and then you're free to leave.
Nearly 4 miles south of Post will be another Waterbury Health vaccination site in Naugatuck. It'll be behind the city's Parks and Recreation building next to Naugatuck High School.
It's just interesting to see how things can be transformed.
Down in New Haven, Floyd Little Athletic Center will start administering vaccines. It's the Elm City's third site. This one is being run through Yale New Haven Hospital. Down the road, when the site expands its hours, the aim is to vaccinate 2,000 people a day. It's
really given us hope that the more we vaccinate, we can get to herd immunity, and it's going to be so critical and vital.
That's the goal at Post as well, which will start off vaccinating 300 to 500 people a day.
We hope to ramp that up really quickly to about 2,000 vaccinations a day, which is really important to really have an impact on the community.
5 years ago, the state was cleaning up after an icy storm that caused flooding in the Northeast.
Whether you took out the snowblower,
shows it about 15 feet, considering the slush and how heavy it is,
or used a good old shovel.
Slush, snow, salt, S words.
Many people were surprised how much effort it took to clean their driveways and sidewalks.
It's heavy. As much as it's not a lot of snow, but it's heavy snow with the sleet, so it makes it a little bit more difficult.
We hit Bristol, where school was canceled for the day. Since these kids had a free day, they went to work, giving their parents a nice little break.
It's kind of like ice, but it's like not ice, so I've shoveled all the way up there and back, and it's like really heavy.
How tough was it to shovel?
Not too bad. It was a bit heavy, but fine.
But you can handle it?
Yeah.
We found there were some areas where people decided to toss the sleet into the street. That's a big no-no. Most towns, including Bristol, Wethersfield, Newington, and Waterbury, have city ordinances saying you can't shovel or blow sleet or snow back onto the roads, as it's a hazard for drivers. Fines are set by each town or city. For example, police in Wethersfield will fine you $50 if you're caught doing it. For these homeowners, they did what they had to do to get the job done.
Go too fast, keep it going, and then just pull back if it starts bogging down, but it's brand new, so who cares?
You gotta use it.
You gotta use it.
10 years ago, President Obama laid out his plan to bolster America's middle class. Danielle Nottingham had that story.
President Obama laid out his plan to bolster America's middle class before a bitterly divided Congress.
I intend to fight obstruction with action, and I will oppose any effort to return to the very same policies that brought on this economic crisis in the first place.
The president focused on creating jobs and what he calls economic fairness.
We can either settle for a country where a shrinking number of people do really well, while a growing number of Americans barely get by. Or we can restore an economy where everyone gets a fair shot and everyone does their fair share and everyone plays by the same set of rules.
The president pushed for comprehensive tax reform that would ensure the wealthy pay a higher tax rate than middle-class families. He also called for expanding manufacturing, clean energy, education, and training. The president's speech comes at the height of a bitter Republican battle to replace him, but the night was not without some moments of unity. Members of both parties cheered Arizona Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. She is stepping down Wednesday, a year after an assassination attempt forced her to miss the 2011 address. But Republicans hammered away at the president in their response, citing high unemployment.
And he cannot claim that the last 3 years have made things anything but worse. The percentage of Americans with a job is at the lowest in decades.
President Obama will take his message on the road to swing states beginning Wednesday morning. Danielle Nottingham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
That's today in Connecticut history.